What's up guys, my name is Ethan and today I'm going to show you the 10 best and worst credit cards of 2023. Over the past 6 years of being in the credit card game and just trying to maximize everything I can with credit cards, I've learned that there are a lot of bad recommendations out there. So today I'm here to show you the best cards with the best sign-up bonuses, earning categories, and travel benefits, as well as some of the worst cards that you should avoid that are marketed as if they're something great, but when compared to the competition, they're actually terrible. So be sure to watch the end because I don't think you'll want to miss out on that. Diving right into the first credit card on this list, we have our first worst credit card that you should definitely avoid. And unfortunately, this is for a lot of people who are starting out in their credit journey, as this is marketed as a credit builder card. I think it serves as a good example of all the things we should not have on a credit card, and that is the First Premier Bank card, MasterCard. Right off the bat, a requirement that comes with this card that doesn't normally come with another credit card is that you're going to need to open a checking account with First Premier Bank. That's an annoyance, but not a deal killer, but the credit limit on this card is only going to range from $200 to $700. And that can limit you a lot if you're trying to purchase something that costs more than that credit limit. I don't typically care about the APR on a credit card, but this one is so egregiously high that I think it's worth mentioning, and it comes in at a flat rate of 36%. When you're just starting out building your credit, you might not know that you should pay your credit card off on time and in full each month to avoid this. So unfortunately, for the many people who actually do have this card and are carrying a balance, it comes with a 36% APR. And overall, we should just always remember to pay our credit cards off on time and in full each month and treat it exactly like you would a debit card. Another horrible feature that this card has is an annual fee. It comes in with an annual fee of $50 to $125 depending on your credit score, which is so sad because there are a lot of other credit builder cards out there that come with no annual fee. On top of that, you're going to have a monthly fee for I don't know why, ranging from $0 to $10.40 per month. I've never heard of a monthly fee on a credit card, and I would avoid this like the plague, because if you're already paying an annual fee on a card, you shouldn't be paying any other fee. But the terribleness, it doesn't stop there, because you're going to have a program fee of $55 to $90 just to open the card. It honestly makes me so sad that a card like this exists, because that means people are actually paying these insane, egregious rates for a credit card. There are so many other credit cards out there, and I would highly recommend, if you need a credit builder card, to get the Discover It Secured card or the Chase Freedom Rise card. Both of them have no annual fee and are designed to help you build your credit, and they'll also offer you some cashback rewards. And I think this card serves as a perfect example of all the things that should not exist in a credit card, and you should avoid this card completely. Now, moving on to an example of an excellent credit card, we have our first top credit card of 2023, and that is the Capital One Saver One. The Capital One Saver One makes a great card for food spending because you're going to earn 3% back on groceries and dining. And you'll also earn 3% back on entertainment and select streaming services. And you'll earn 1% back on everything else. Plus, the card currently lets you earn 10% back on Uber and Uber Eats. Plus, they'll cover a monthly membership fee for Uber One until November of 2024. So unlike the Premier Bank card, MasterCard that has fees everywhere, this card has no annual fee, plus no foreign transaction fees. So if you're traveling outside of the country, you're not going to need to pay a fee for using this card. And the Capital One Saver One also comes with a very nice welcome bonus of earning $200 back after $500 of spend in the first 3 months. And that's the equivalent of earning 40% back on your spend. So pick up the Capital One Saver One if you want to earn an unlimited 3% back on food and some other categories, and it's a great card that I highly recommend to anyone. Moving on to the second worst credit card of 2023. This card is marketed as a high-end luxury credit card, but let me tell you, it does not deliver a lot for the annual fee. We have the MasterCard Gold Card. The annual fee is $995 per year, and with that, you're going to get a $200 airline travel credit and Priority Pass airport lounge access. If you watch any of my other videos, you'll know that it's so easy to get any one of those benefits, even better benefits, for less than half the annual fee on some other credit cards, which I'll talk about in just a minute. I will give it a little bit of credit because they focused a lot on having a VIP concierge service, but I can't really speak to how good that is. And the card, if you care about this, is plated in 24 karat gold. And that's never really been a feature that I've thought about or cared about on any credit card. The Gold Card marketing team did a pretty good job of trying to make it look like this card earns and redeems a lot of points, but really what happens is you're going to earn 1 point on everything, and that can be redeemed for a value of around 2% cash back or 2% back on airfare spending. So to me, this Gold Card really oversells itself and doesn't deliver a lot of value. Looking at the number 2 best credit card of 2023, we have a card that beats this MasterCard Gold Card in pretty much every way possible, and that is the Capital One Venture X. The Capital One Venture X comes in at less than half of that annual fee at just $395, but you'll get a $300 travel credit, and that can be used for things like airfare, car rentals, and hotels. You'll also get a $100 global entry or TSA pre-check credit on the Venture X, which is actually something that also comes with the Gold card, but the Venture X gives you 10,000 anniversary miles, which I would value at least $100. The Venture X also gives you priority pass lounge access, which is one of my favorite features on this card, and it makes the airport experience so much better. Between the $300 travel credit and the 10,000 anniversary miles, you pretty much cover the annual fee on the Venture X. Plus, unlike the Gold card, the Venture X comes with a nice welcome bonus of 75,000 Capital One miles after spending $4,000 on the card in the first 3 months. Using those points for cashback probably wouldn't be the best, but the Venture X gets you something that Gold card doesn't, which is the ability to transfer your points over to hotel and airline travel partners. This often gets you around 1.8 to 2 cents per point for doing this, because when you transfer your points to certain hotels and airlines, you can be strategic about the way you redeem your points. And when you use your points for business and first class flights, for example, you often get 3 to 5, sometimes even 10 cents their normal value. And so even though the MasterCard Gold card tries to market itself as earning and redeeming points better than the Venture X does, you're going to be able to redeem those points for way more value than 2%. So when it comes to earning, redeeming points, a welcome bonus, the annual fee, the Venture X is a fantastic card. Definitely one of the best credit cards of 2023. I love it for its airport lounge access as well, because it's going to get you unlimited priority pass lounge access for you and an unlimited number of guests, plus probably around $1,300 in travel value from that welcome bonus. And that's why it's one of the best credit cards of 2023. Moving on to the third of our worst credit cards of 2023, we have another MasterCard, the MasterCard Luxury Black Card. This is a card that I see advertised a lot, and very similar to the Gold card, it overpromises and underdelivers. You're going to pay a hefty $495 annual fee, and you'll earn the same 1x back on everything as the Gold card does. But this time, instead of being able to redeem those points for 2% as cashback, you can only redeem them for 1.5% as cashback, but you can still redeem them for 2% back on airfare. You're going to get a $100 airline credit, as well as 24/7 access to the luxury card concierge, and a $100 global entry or TSA pre-check credit. Plus, you will still get access to priority pass lounges. Honestly, this card probably isn't as egregiously bad as the Gold card is, but still, I'll show you how you can get so much more value for a card with way less of an annual fee. And with that, we'll look at our third best credit card of 2023, and that is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. If you're looking for a travel credit card, the Chase Sapphire Preferred is probably going to be one of your best options for so many reasons. First of all, it only has a $95 annual fee, but it comes with a nice welcome bonus of 60,000 Chase points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. That 60,000 Chase points is worth $600 minimum as cashback, but you can easily get $1,200 in travel if you transfer your points over to Chase Travel Partners. Just like with the Venture X, having the Sapphire Preferred allows you to access Chase Travel Partners. And Chase Travel Partners are probably my favorite of all the banks and credit card companies that have travel partners. Personally, this year, I've transferred over 275,000 Chase points over to Travel Partners, and that has given me an insane value of over $13,000 in hotels this year. Plus, I'll be taking some flights for my family of 5 next year, and we were able to book business class flights, which would have costed us $13,000 out of pocket, but I was able to do it all just using my Chase points. With the Sapphire Preferred, you're going to be able to combine the points you earn on other credit cards like the Chase Freedom Flex and Freedom Unlimited, and those points will take on greater value since you can transfer all of these Chase points over to Travel Partners for an average value of around 2 cents per point. But again, like in my business class flight example, I got around 5 cents per point doing that. The earning categories on the Sapphire Preferred are actually just kind of okay, but you will earn 2x on travel, 3x on dining, online grocery, and select streaming, and 1x on everything else. You also get a $50 annual hotel credit, which you can redeem through the Chase Travel Portal. And between the value of the welcome bonus on this card, the ability to transfer to Travel Partners, the annual credits, and the decent earning rates, I think this card beats the Luxury Black Card in pretty much every way. The only place where the Luxury Black Card maybe has a leg up is that you do get Priority Pass Lounge access. But if I was looking for a card with Priority Pass Lounge access, I would choose either the Venture X, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, or the Amex Platinum card, and all of those cards have a similar annual fee, but better benefits. Moving on to our fourth worst credit card of 2023, we have another great example of a card we shouldn't get, and that is the Provident Credit Union College Visa credit card. When you're a student and you're just starting out trying to build your credit, you'll often find that many credit cards don't offer any cashback rewards. And although I don't think that's the worst thing in the world, you can definitely do better than a Provident College Visa card because you're going to get basically nothing for holding this card. And that's why I say it's one of the worst credit cards you can get. When you know the competitive landscape of the credit card game, you can pretty much always find a card that gets you some sort of benefit. While you're building your credit, it can be tempting to just get any single credit card you can get to build your credit. And sometimes I honestly think that is a decent strategy, but this card just offers you close to nothing. And I think you can do so much better with a card like the Discover It student card, which will offer you some form of cashback for no annual fee. So especially if you're just starting out as a student trying to build your credit, avoid cards that give you nothing and look for cards like the Discover It student that will give you some form of cashback. Or consider other credit builder cards like the ones I mentioned earlier, like the Chase Freedom Rise or the Discover It secured card if you need a secured credit card. And with the fourth card on our best credit cards of 2023 list, we have the Chase Freedom Flex. The Chase Freedom Flex is one of my favorite credit cards of all time, and you're going to earn a very nice 5% back on rotating quarterly categories. Categories can include things like Walmart, PayPal, gas stations, grocery stores, home improvement stores, and many other categories. And you're going to be able to earn 5% back on up to $1,500 in spend per quarter. But on top of a very nice 5% earning rate, you're also going to be able to get 3% back on dining in drugstores and 1% back on everything else. I think its earning categories make it a very strong contender for one of the best cards, but that alone is not what makes the Chase Freedom Flex so good. The welcome bonus on this card currently is probably one of the best cashback credit card welcome bonuses you can get. But as I mentioned before with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you can combine points with the Freedom Flex and the Sapphire Preferred and transfer them over to travel partners for even greater value. But if we were to just focus on the welcome bonus cashback value, you can get $200 in cashback after spending $500 in the first 3 months. Plus currently there's an additional bonus of getting 5% back on gas stations and grocery stores in the first year on up to $12,000 in spend. If you were to max out all the 5% earning categories between the welcome bonus and the regular spending categories, plus the regular welcome bonus, you'll get around $1,100 in cashback in the first year of holding this card. And that's pretty hard to beat for a card that comes with no annual fee. And if you ever decide that travel is a priority for you later on, getting the Sapphire Preferred paired with this card can take on much greater value, and you'll probably average around 2 cents per point or double the cashback value. All right, moving on to the fifth and final best and worst credit cards of 2023. The last worst credit card is a bit of a broad option, and that is any credit card that you're only earning 1% back on or less. As I've talked to a lot of people through running this YouTube channel, as well as just my own credit card hobby in general, I found so many people are using a credit card from their local credit union or bank. It doesn't really get them any form of rewards or just 1% back or less. And it makes me sad because I know that there are a ton of great credit cards out there that can just put money back in your pocket without any real effort or cost. And so although this is a bit of a broad answer, I'll say any credit card that is not earning you more than 1% back is one of the worst credit cards you can get. You can always get more value than 1% back on your spend with cards like the Chase Freedom Unlimited or the Citi Double Cash. And in general, I think you should do everything you can to get the most money back for your hard-earned spending. And for that reason, the worst credit card you can get is anything that earns 1% back or less. And for our final best credit card of 2023, I have a very special card for you, and that is the Citi Custom Cash. The Citi Custom Cash is one of the highest earning flexible credit cards out there, and you're going to earn 5% back on your top eligible spending category on up to $500 each billing cycle. Categories range from gas stations, grocery stores, restaurants, select travel, transit, and streaming, and many others. And that 5% back on your top spending category makes it such an easy card to just make sure you're earning 5% back somewhere. You'll also earn 1% back on everything else, but remember to just use this card in that one category that you know you'd like to earn 5% back on. The Citi Custom Cash also comes with a great welcome bonus of earning $200 back after spending $1,500 on the card in the first 6 months. And if you max out the 5% earning categories plus the welcome bonus, in the first year you can earn around $500 in cash back with the Citi Custom Cash. But pairing it with another Citi travel credit card like the Citi Premier, you can transfer those points over to Citi travel partners, and that could give you some more value for your points. So if you're on a journey looking to get better credit cards, I have a video that will probably be helpful to you in planning and strategizing your credit card journey, and it's called How to Climb the Credit Card Ladder. It's designed to guide you through every step of the credit card journey, and I really hope you check it out and get some value from it. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.